describe the Zombie Run in just a few words, I think it would be
fun, community, and supporting kids.
Creativity, connection, and
zombies. It's a wonderful event. I love it.
It's just a real community-led event that just fosters great friendships and relationships.
All right, let's do it.
We are at Driscoll Park at the starting line of every Zombie Run's start.
Good morning and happy 10th anniversary Zombie Run!
We started this as a way to support HES through areas that they didn't have the funding for. And we were incredibly excited the second year when we added the part where other schools could join in and raise money for their own schools. And that's where the idea started.
We're here at the corner of 44th Avenue and Kennedy Street, just about the 1 mile mark. I have been involved in this race since the very beginning, when the PTA initially approached the city and asked to have this event here. I think the support by the city for the local schools shows that the city cares. And they care about the schools, they care about the PTAs, they care about the families. We're in this for them, we're in this with them.
I really love how the whole community comes out. People with kids, people without kids, and it really just shows a commitment and an enthusiasm for our kids in various schools around the region. That sense of community and connection to our future is just really special.
The sponsorships are integral to the race. Actually, the sponsors that we get for the race are what support the schools directly. And we start early asking local businesses in the community to support this community event. And they really show up and give to support local schools and their programming and their needs.
Among the business community, that it was a thing that folks wanted to be a part of. It was really branded and something that the community came out for every year. So from there, we were able to really build the sponsorships, what the packages looked like, and the benefits for sponsors, and get more and more businesses involved. The race raises about $30,000 annually through sponsorships.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, Nate, with that, similar to the logo thing, like
being a Zombie Run race director brings a lot of joy. But there also comes a time when it's time to pass it on and share that joy with others.
I think one of the neat things about this event is how it has gone from couple to couple to couple to be able to run this race.
It is definitely a two-person job.
So a lot of the conversations where we figured this out happened over the dinner table, and it just ended up being a leadership team in that way.
This race doesn't happen without volunteers.
Our first shift is wrapping up here, and so if you're ready.
They are the backbone of everything that we do here as the Zombie Run, and they take on so much without getting any pay, and they do it for the love of the community.
Have an awesome time, have fun, keep our runners safe. Don't forget to cheer on the runners.
It really requires a remarkable set of skills and talents and expertise to put something like this together.
I would say for me, the whole build-up on race week, it's like you spend all these months planning and reaching out to people and, kind of organizing all of this. But in that week, it's just go time.
We have our painting crew.
And so it's the late nights, spray painting the streets of Hyattsville to put the course on, putting out the no parking signs, and then on the Friday night before the race, you set up the whole Driscoll Park is set up, and you're just sitting down there, and it's kind of the calm before the storm. And usually you're there with your core group of volunteers, ready for this really exciting day. And I think at that moment, it's like that the race is going to happen. There's nothing you can do other than let it happen the way it's going to play out. And it's just such a nice feeling to have gotten to that point with the volunteers who have been with you the whole time.
The part of the day that I look most forward to on race day is the beginning of the 5K. It is our final race of the day, and seeing everybody lined up, ready to go, is just one of the greatest feelings you can have.
Everybody's so excited. The adults and children are dressed in zombie costumes, and they're just waiting to take off and run through the streets.
We are on mile 2 of the Zombie Run course, which is actually the most difficult mile because we have to go straight up the hill on Madison. And so this is the part that runners fear the most, but also when they get to the top of the hill, they feel that sense of relief because then it's just downhill to the finish at Driscoll Park after this.
So one of my fondest memories of the Zombie Run is during the race, I would set myself up between this finish line and this entrance to the park. You'd always get those kids who had nothing left in the tank. They were just like struggling and struggling. And I would stand there and I would say, look up, there's the finish line right there. You are so close. And you would see this change, this look on their face would change to determination and gumption. And they would find that next gear and take off again. And it was so rewarding to see that every year, to see the kids find that next piece to go. And I like to think that maybe that's the first time they'd ever done that. And that'll carry on throughout their life as they remember back when I did the same thing in the Hyattsville Zombie Run for the first time. And yeah, it's a nice memory.
Our neighbor and our daughters came down to meet us at the race, and our youngest daughter starts running towards me, and I think this is so sweet, and I put out my arms for a big hug, and she runs right past me into the arms of her kindergarten teacher. And it was a little embarrassing, but it also just like reminds you of how lucky we are to have just the most amazing staff at PGCPS who comes out and supports this race and loves on our kids so much.
For me, the Zombie Run is a moment where I'm surrounded by other people who support our community and support our students and our schools just as much as I do. And it's important for me to have been a part of creating this opportunity, to have that community. It's a moment that fills my cup every year that we get to participate and that we get to do this again because the people around us continue to support it.
We're here in Driscoll Park, and just over our shoulders is the finish to the 5K race. Whew.
It is such a privilege to have been part of the Zombie Run's history.
I truly felt like an ingrained part of the community after I got involved with the Zombie Run. Like, we weren't just living here, but we were part of the fabric of the community and able to pass on the values of the community to others.
We've heard of computers being purchased, art supplies, new positions being added for teachers, assemblies and field trips and all manner of things that the money goes to support. And that all comes from everybody who participates, from the runners themselves who give up the money to be in it, to the sponsors, to the volunteers, to those who encourage. It's everybody who is coming together to support kids learning. And I'm proud of it, and I'm proud that it continues, and I'm proud that we can reach so many people.
I feel that we are part of the best tradition in the city of Hyattsville, and something that the previous race directors have built, and we are more stewards of that than we are creating anything new. And there's a responsibility that we feel to that, to make sure that this continues as the greatest tradition in the city.
For me personally, this event, because I've been in it since the very beginning, seeing it grow, seeing it supported. Also, I work with city events all the time, and this one really, really shows the pride of the community and how much they really want to be there for each other.